Welcome to A Mason's Work, the podcast where we review Masonic symbols and illustrate how they can be used to solve problems in everyday life. With your host, Brian Mattox, a proud member of the Craftsman Online Media Network.
This is the cornerstone episode of the podcast, and the fundamental underpinning of this episode is that while we meet on the level, we are not all operating at the same level. This becomes outrageously important when you consider the conversations you're having with the brethren in your lodge or the brethren online. You have knowledge that has been essentially grown based on your life experience. That development of knowledge, what you have right now, represents the pinnacle of your experience. Knowing that other people have different experiences, they may know more than you. Ideally, you want that to be the case. They may know more than you in places where you think you're already good. They may know more than you in places where you have no knowledge. You may know more than someone else. As we communicate with each other, the levels of development that we interact at will almost never be the same. You will always be at some level of differential between yourself and the person you are speaking with. If you are in a higher order of magnitude or a higher order of development, for lack of a better way to say it, you have a responsibility to help elevate their level of development. And if you are a lower level of development than they are, you want to be able to identify that as quickly as possible and then try and learn as much as you can. This is how we essentially unlock the experience multiplier in the video game of life. We want to get to the next level faster. We want to become more capable and more agentic as individuals, more capable change agents. In order to do that, being able to identify when someone knows more than you or knows less than you and how to respond appropriately becomes vitally important. This is very much related to the perspectives that we talk about with putting on your entered apprentice, your Fellowcraft, or your Master Mason's apron, and how do you respond to them. You'll be able to wear all three of them at any given moment for any different reason. When you are in these situations, though, you want to always take the opportunity to take those differentials and shrink them. It doesn't make sense for you as an individual to never share what you know. You'll never grow that way. You'll never bring anyone with you. And it's a lonely, lonely life where Masons were designed to work with others. With folks that know more than you, it is never productive to be resentful that they know more than you. It is always productive to be curious, to learn more, to try and figure out what they know and how you might benefit from that knowledge, either in acquiring it or in spreading it, not in opportunistically exploiting it, just as an FYI. So when we look at these things, how do you know someone knows more than you? It's easy to know when somebody knows less than you in general, because you can kind of suss that out. If you're really developed in music and they don't seem to understand any of the core concepts, that's easy, right? But when somebody knows more than you, it's a little bit tricky. There are some indicators that someone knows more to you, and they start with things like the vocabulary. When someone uses vocabulary you don't understand about a given subject, it becomes vitally important right away, if you don't understand a word, to ask what that word is or what it means. More often than not, it's going to be an acronym, but if it's not, putting on your curiosity hat and trying to find out more is going to help you determine kind of what they know and how much they know more than you, and how you can, again, figure out where to go next. When someone is talking to you and they seem to be making assumptions that are significant, it's a significantly bigger scope. It's a significantly broader assumption. You have no idea how they got from point A to point B. This is, again, an opportunity or a time where you want to investigate and go learn more. Put on that Fellowcraft, put on that Apprentice apron, and get to work. These interactions. And you can have these interactions with, again, folks online, folks in your lodge, folks in your family, folks in your life, all over the place. You're going to want to try your best to never let an opportunity go by where you can't pick up something new and learn from it. And as such, you'll move up the developmental ladder in a given skill set or a different knowledge domain. And from there, you'll be able to better be a change agent and create the change you want to see in the world. This is vitally important. You will, again, almost never meet somebody on your exact level because it would require them to have almost identical experience. So even folks that are in your peer group, you can learn from by asking those investigative questions and understanding essentially where they come from. Absorb that context, drive that line of inquiry, and you'll find that your experience as a Mason starts to become much more enriched by the people around you. And you'll reduce the biases that you come to the table with, which again reduces your efficacy to create change in the world.
The views represented in this podcast are those of the speaker alone and are not representative of any grand or subordinate lodge.
Hi, Brian here. I wanted to thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any suggestions or guidance for further episodes you'd like to see or hear, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at amasonswork.com, and we will try and incorporate your suggestions into a future recording. Thanks.
Freemasonry teaches us that the true work is within, a lifelong journey of reflection, discipline, and discovery. At A Mason's Work, we help Masons bring out their best selves through meaningful self-inquiry and symbolic practice. From personal reflection to lodge engagement, we offer tools that turn symbols into action. Visit us at amasonswork.com. The work is within. The time is now.